Today we're going to cover how to work with an SEO assistant or an SEO specialist. I'm Philip Ruffini. I'm one of the co-founders of Hire Overseas. If you're watching this video, you probably hired an SEO assistant through us. I want to teach you how to absolutely crush it while working with this person. In this video, we're going to cover what is SEO, what metrics you should look at, what should the working relationship with your assistant be, and then at the end, I'll riff a little bit on LLM optimization as well. First, metrics. What metrics should you be tracking for SEO? The first category is search traffic. If you go to your Google Search Console, essentially you're gonna see impressions and clicks. Side note, make sure your Google Search Console is set up. This is basically the tiny JavaScript that you put in your website that Google uses to monitor your search traffic. Believe it or not, we have worked with customers that have paid SEO firms and they didn't have their Google Search Console set up. You're going to live and die by your Google Search Console because it will accurately show you your traffic. There's two metrics that matter there. Impressions, click. Impressions is the amount of people who, when they search something on Google, your web page comes up. So if you search how to hire a VA and you see a Hire Overseas link, that's an impression. If you click on that link, that is a click. We want these numbers to go up over time. These two metrics are going to be your best friend. Next is signups from search. We need to actually make money here on SEO, so we care about how many signups, calls booked we're getting through SEO. What's our conversion actually look like? So the three metrics that matter to us in SEO are impressions, the amount of people viewing our web pages, clicks, the amount of people clicking on those pages, and then conversions, the amount of people converting. Usually impressions and clicks will go up together over time. Conversions, that's on you. Our SEO assistant most likely is not optimizing your web page for conversions. Their job is to maximize impressions and clicks and drive traffic to your website. There's other metrics that matter as well, such as average page rank. This is where your website is ranking. So if you search how to hire a VA, Hire Receives web page comes up first, that is 1. If it comes up 10th on Google, that is 10th. Google Search Console will show you your average page rank. We want that to go down over time. If your average page rank is 1, that means every time someone searches for something related to your website, your page is coming up first. That's very, very good. Ultimately, our SEO assistant, they own all of SEO for you. Their job is to get all of those metrics to go up, but that one conversion piece, that is more on you. Because the SEO content assistant I gave you is really good at technical SEO. They are really good at writing blog posts. They're really good at driving traffic. It's up to you to actually convert that traffic. Now that we've covered metrics, a disclaimer I want to add to this video is every company's SEO strategy is going to be unique. SEO is not a perfect formula. Some companies are harder than others. Healthcare SEO, way more difficult than companies that don't have FTC, FDA, legal guidelines and requirements, restricting them on what they can and cannot do. We've worked with some companies that were SMS software for corporate employee training. That's just such a niche category that getting SEO traffic to go up for that, really, really difficult. While on the other hand, we've worked with some e-commerce brands that we've absolutely 50x'd their traffic because their websites were just broken, had tons of things wrong. So I can't guarantee results for you because I don't actually know what type of company you have if you're watching this video, and some strategies might be harder than others. But everybody should try SEO for at least 3 to 6 months to see if it can work for you. When it comes to SEO strategy, there's tons of different options. Things I want you to think about are ultimately depth is going to be better than breadth. What I mean by that is we want to create the best content in the world. When we publish, we want to publish high quality content. With AI, it's now super easy to generate 100 blog posts instantly. So we want to create blog posts and content and SEO content that AI can't create. We want to focus on creating really, really unique pieces that don't exist on the internet. That's really hard. It takes time. So give your SEO assistant time to figure out formulas for creating really unique content that's really good. And this might change over time. Your website might not have any content up, so we just want to get some things up. So we start with breadth at first. But what's really going to drive traffic is really unique, really high quality content. And when you're figuring out your SEO strategy, this is going to be something that is done over time. It's similar to any type of marketing strategy. We want to A/B test things and try some things out. Some things will work, some things won't. So when we're creating content, start with trying to drive traffic to your website. We want to figure out the content that drives traffic. Then we want to figure out the content that drives conversions. These might not necessarily be the same. When I was head of growth at Rupa Health, we had one SEO article that was responsible for less than 1% of our traffic to our blog, but it generated 20% of our conversions. So we want to do content that does both. Some content is going to pull people in, some content is going to convert people. We want to do both. After you've loosely defined your strategy and what you want to try doing with your SEO assistant, you're probably wondering, how do I work with them? What's their goal? What do I have them do? Your SEO assistant's only job is make graph go up. Search impressions are going up and clicks are going up. Your SEO assistant's doing a really, really good job. If it's down or flat for more than 3 months, they are not doing a good job. Reach out to me, reach out to them. Something is broken and you need to work on fixing that. But you just want them to make that graph go up. And if your entire working relationship with your SEO assistant is they just send you a picture of the search impressions and clicks every week and it's going up, they are most likely doing a good job. A lot of the people who have hired SEO assistants from us don't necessarily understand SEO. So there's 3 parts to SEO: technical SEO, on-page SEO, off-page SEO. Technical SEO is making sure your website is structured properly. You're using the right headers. You're optimizing your website so that when LLMs and Google crawls it, they love the website. It's formatted very nicely. They know it is a good website. There's lots to know about technical SEO. It changes all the time. Here, you can kind of just trust your SEO assistant knows what they're doing because we have vetted them properly to make sure. Before they started, they should have done a technical SEO audit, so there's already low-hanging fruits for things that they can fix. Next is on-page SEO. This is going to be content and web pages. Pretty much let them write the content and do a really good job. The last is off-page SEO. You should be ready to set aside a budget of anywhere from $200 to $4,000 a month, which is what Hire Overseas spends, to getting backlinks. So for your website to rank really high, Google basically wants to know that it's a trusted source. So off-page SEO is when other websites link to your webpage. You can do this from 2 ways. You can either get backlinks. So another website writes a blog, mentions your company, inserts a link that is a backlink, or you can do guest posts. Your SEO assistant's going to go write a blog post for another company and then do that same thing, insert a backlink in the article. Off-page SEO is focused on getting backlinks. So when Google crawls the entire internet, there's a bunch of high quality websites that basically tells Google your website is linked to, it's high quality, you have really good content. So we want to focus on making sure our website's really well formatted and Google loves it. That's technical SEO. On page, what your website actually says, the content on it. Off page, other websites telling Google that your website is awesome with backlinks. What should your working relationship with your SEO assistant be? You should default to giving them more autonomy. Let them do their thing. Your SEO assistant has spent their entire career working on SEO. They've worked at agencies. They know the formula and playbook to generally get your SEO graph to go like this. So let them do your thing. Where your role fits in is kind of guiding them on brand content guidelines, giving them a budget, and then giving them feedback on their content. You should be the knowledge expert in your space for your business. So you want to work with them and teach them what they might not know and guide them on what exceptional content looks like. And if you're worried about what they should be spending their time on, this is what it should look like. They should be working roughly 40 hours a week. They should be doing keyword research, but they really shouldn't be spending that much time on it. If your SEO assistant is spending more than a week on keyword research, let us know, talk to them about it. It should not be taking that much time, maybe a few hours. They should be creating content, optimizing your website, and getting backlinks. So what their schedule should look like is every week it's going to be different. So if we broke it down into a month, maybe 5 to 10% on keyword research, I would say 70% on content, 10% on website optimization, maybe 10 to 20% on backlinks. I know this doesn't add up to 100, but we should be pretty fluid on these. Things are going to change over time. When they first start working with you, they're going to spend most of their time planning, doing keyword content, doing keyword research. Then they're most likely going to focus on optimizing your website, creating some bare minimum content, and then longer term, it should be focused on getting backlinks and building reputability for your website and publishing really good content. Then how should you be measuring if they're doing a good job? Just look at search traffic. If search traffic is going up, they're probably doing a pretty good job. If search traffic or flat is down, bad job. And this is going to come in stages. First, we want to see our keyword rankings go up, and we want to make sure they're publishing actually good content. If they're publishing factually wrong content or content that's really boring or too AI driven, then they're not doing a good job. So things to look at if they're doing a good job: is search traffic going up? Are they publishing good content? And our keywords rankings go up. When they start working, some information that you want to give them is who is your target customer, context on your industry, and any vision for the growth strategy. Your goal is to guide this person and give them all the information they might not necessarily have about your industry to do a really good job. You are the industry expert. they're the SEO expert. Your job is to work together to create the best SEO content so that your website can rank and drive traffic. When it comes to management suggestions, what I usually expect is an end of week report to know what they did that week. And then every month, I want a report and breakdown on how search traffic has changed and what is going well and what is not going well. And your entire working relationship can pretty much be async. I very, very rarely do meetings with my SEO person. Most of it is async. Either me telling them content that I want to create, and then me hearing from them what they've done and how things are going. SEO is a long-term game with timelines 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. We don't need to be working at the same time every single day. And the last thing I want to cover today is expectations. SEO takes time. To expect results in the first month is going to be nearly impossible. The first month is usually spent just getting the lay of the land, understanding what to do, and developing a strategy and figuring out what good content looks like. Where we want to measure the performance of SEO is at month 3, 6, and 12. If we make it to month 6 and your SEO graph is flat, something is broken. Content is either not working or they're doing a bad job. Usually by the 3rd month, we should see an increase. A lot of the time, SEO traffic does go up within the first month. Usually the bar is pretty low working with SEO agencies. So we want to look at months 3, 6, and 12. Then as we're going along, build on what works. If certain content is working better than others, focus on that type of content. At the end of the day, SEO has to generate a positive ROI, but that does take time. At Rupa Health, we invested so much money and it took almost 2 years until SEO generated a positive ROI. But that engine is so valuable because you essentially have built a money printer that will make money forever. Okay, some bonus content for you as well on LLM optimization. Most of the stuff you're reading about LLM optimization is completely made up. Nobody knows how to actually game ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, any of these platforms. The difference between LLM optimization and SEO optimization is that Google used to just do websites. So traditionally, SEO was only focused on websites. Basically, one of the metrics we didn't cover in this video that is important is something called domain rank. Domain rank can be found on platforms like Ahrefs. It's kind of made up. That's like a different thing. Google does not publish official domain ranks, but domain ranks is essentially where your website ranks and all the websites on the internet on how reliable and trustworthy it is. And that is mostly done through backlinks. So if there are 1,000 websites that link to one website, and then there is only one website that links to another, the one with 1,000 backlinks is going to rank higher than the one with one. Domain rank is difficult to move. You have to get lots of backlinks. You know, we can make a whole video on this, so I don't want to cover it too much. But the name of the game with SEO used to basically be convince Google that you have the best website on a resource, which was done by publishing really good content and getting lots of backlinks. The main difference with LLM optimization is that LLMs pull from everywhere. It pulls from Reddit, it pulls from YouTube, it pulls from Yelp. LLMs is about convincing the internet that you are the best resource for a given topic. So SEO used to be you just convince Google and all the websites on the internet you are the best resource. LLMs now pull for everything. How does this impact your SEO assistant? To be honest, your SEO assistant can work on some of the LLM stuff. It's just really hard. The way we do it at Hire Overseas is that publishing this YouTube video is going to help our rankings in LLMs. We pay someone to astroturf Reddit for us, but that is separate from our SEO strategy. So if you're thinking about how you rank on ChatGPT, how you rank on Perplexity, feel free to go to hireoverseas.com and book a call with me so we can specifically talk about LLM ranking. But generally, thinking about LLM ranking within the context of your SEO assistant, it's going to be really hard. So I just want to end this video that the main difference between SEO versus LLM optimization is that with SEO, we're convincing Google and websites that we are the best resource on the internet. But with LLMs, we are convincing the entire spectrum of the internet. So Reddit, YouTube, social media, all of those things are playing a factor in LLM optimization. So you have to create more than just website content. When you are hiring people overseas, you want them to be really focused. SEO is a full-time job. If you want to do LLM optimization, you're most likely going to need to hire a second or third person. Let your SEO assistant get your SEO in a really good place first. If you do a really good job with SEO and marketing in general, you're going to show up and rank in LLMs. You don't have to necessarily play a game. It's significantly harder to play the game or game it. And most of the resources on the internet are probably made up. My best suggestion for you when working with your SEO assistant is just create the best content on the internet. If you create the best content on the internet, you're going to do a really, really good job and rank really well. If you want to hire more people for LLM optimization or any other overseas roles, feel free to book a call with us at hireoverseas.com.